Good morning friends, welcome back to Parnika's tutorials. In this video, I want to discuss two interesting C questions. Lot of students will do the mistake in the output. They will think that it will give an error. Some people will think that it will give some different output. This video will be very helpful for the students who are preparing for the placement, because in the placement, these kind of questions they will ask you. They will give you one program. They will ask you what is the output it will give. Will it give an error or not? And also this video will be useful for the beginners to understand the concept in a better way. So I request everyone to watch the complete video for better understanding. In the last few videos, I have discussed about the Sizeof function. What is the Sizeof function? We discussed that Sizeof function, if you write int, it will tell you how much memory will be allocated for an integer data type. Am I right or wrong? Now let me discuss that we are executing this program on a 16-bit compiler. Okay, now if it is a size of int, it will give you, if it is an 16-bit compiler, then it will give you 2 bytes of information, because it will give you the value as 2, because it will allocate 2 bytes of memory in a 16-bit compiler, that int. If you are writing size of float and you execute this program on a 16-bit compiler, see, I am writing printf percentage d everything. Don't think that if you simply write this statement, it output will be given. You should write like that, printf percentage d, then size of float. If you write, it will give you the output. Okay, now if you write size of float, what is the float will occupy? If it is a 16-bit compiler, 4 bytes, so it will give you the value as 4. Now remember one thing, you can write it as a float, or you can initialize a value float a, or you are declaring a variable a whose data type is float, and even in place of this float, if you write a also, it will give you how much memory is allocated for the variable a whose data type is float. Is it clear? Now instead of writing like this, in this program they have given the value as 2.5, size of 2.5, size of 2, size of a. Now tell me one thing, this 2.5 is what? Is a real constant. 2 is an integer constant. This a, as it is in the single quotation, it is a character constant. That things I hope everyone know it. Now lot of people will think that for a real constant, as the value is 2.5, which is in the range of float, and as it is an integer constant, its value will be an int. Okay, are you able to understand it or not? And this one is a char. Okay, those things everyone know it. Am I right or wrong? Now lot of people will think that, sir, it is a 16-bit compiler, as it is a 2.5 is a float, it will give you the value as 4 bytes. An integer will give you 2 bytes, and a character will give you 1 byte of information. If you are executing the same program, we know that if you are executing the same program in a 32-bit compiler, it will give you 4, 4, 1. We have watched all the videos. We know about the 16-bit compiler and 32-bit compiler, how much memory will be allocated for the float, int, char. So we can say that if you are executing this program in a 16-bit compiler, the output will be given as 4 to 1. If you are executing in a 32-bit compiler, it is 4, 1, 4, 1. If you are predicting like that, it is wrong. Is it clear? Are you able to understand? Your prediction is right, but if you are predicting like that, the output will be wrong. Now let me discuss what is the actual output you will get. So that's why I told you that these kind of questions will be very useful for the students who are preparing for the placements. Now if you writing the value as 2.5, because you did not declare it as a float and initialize the value to it, if you are writing 2.5, by default the compiler will think it as a double data type. Okay, 2 it will consider it as an int, a it will consider as a char. Only mistake you have done in the prediction is that 2.5 is in the range of float, so it will be considered as a float. But if you does not declare what is the variable and what is the data type, and if you simply write 2.5, it will consider it as a by default double. If it is a double, and if you are executing this program on a 16-bit compiler, if it is a double 8, okay, this will be 2 bytes and this is 1 byte. If you are executing the same program, sorry for it, if you are executing on a 32-bit compiler, it will give you the output as 841. So this is about this program. Based on what compiler you are executing, based on that one it will give you the output. So I hope you have understood this program. Now come to this program. Let me erase this one. Okay, let me discuss this program. Okay, hash include, let me come this side so that I will also visible. Hash include stdio.h int main. Okay, good. Print of percentage within the double quotation I have given written 0. By looking this one, lot of people will be angry on me. So this is very silly question. Either the format specifier should be %d or you should write hello world, something you should write, but you are writing percentage. Some people will think that it will give an error. Some people will think that this is very silly question and the output will be percentage. If you are thinking like that, you are done the mistake. It will not give any error. It will not give the output as percentage. Lot of people will think that whatever there in the double quotation, if I am writing hello world, it is printing hello world. If I am writing welcome to Parnika tutorials, it is printing welcome to Parnika tutorials. My name is Jagadish, it is printing my name is Jagadish. If you write percentage within the double quotation, it should write percentage. Even if it is not understanding it as a percentage, it should give an error. But if you are thinking like that, you have done the mistake. The actual output for this program is a single percentage will be displayed. Okay, please note down this output also. If you have a doubt on me, you can write this program on any C compiler and check it. Okay, now why the output is percentage, single percentage is giving? Why it is that it will consider the alternative percentage, because if you are writing print of %d, then it knows that it is a format specifier. So it is looking the first percentage and then it is expecting whether it is a D or HD, U or whatever it is, but it is not, so it will print that one. And again it is looking the percentage, so after that again whether a percentage D or anything is there, so it will print the alternative percentage. As you have this percentage and this percentage will be printed, and after that there is nothing, so only single percentage will be printed. If you have a doubt, let me add another percentage and predict what is the output. It will give you the 2%. Why? The alternative percentage will be printed, this percentage will be printed and this percentage will be printed. I hope you have understood what is the output and why this output is coming. If you still have any doubts related to these two concepts, or if you have doubt on me, you open any compiler and you execute both the programs and see what is the output is coming. If you still have any doubts related to this concept, feel free to ask me in the comment section. I will always there for you to clear the doubts as early as possible. Thank you for watching the complete video. Have a nice day.